We should bring Michael up. Come on up, Michael. Yeah, Michael.
I didn't know if I was meant to come up or not. I couldn't hear what you were saying.
You know, our public relationship is we've been friends for
We
a
only
very
talk
long
about
time.
our public relationship, not our
That's
private
right.
one.
Yeah.
Do we sit down?
I think the joke, we can sit.
Okay. Sorry, you were still standing.
Well, when I stand, I'm as tall as you while you're sitting.
I have big boots on. Hi, everybody. Wow. You talk now.
Well, it's nice that you're here.
That's to say the least.
Yeah. How's it feel?
Next question. No, no, terrifying. And it's nice that I can't see anybody's face. No offense. I'm sure you're all very beautiful. But I'm very nervous. So it's nice looking in a sea of just dark. Don't interrupt me.
This is actually...
Sorry.
This is actually what this is what it's like hanging out, usually when we hang out together. Whether it's making music or hanging out, this is what it feels like.
Yeah, it's something like this.
We joke a little bit.
I love you. Thanks for doing this. Joel Madden is the GOAT. Good Charlotte. Represent.
Good Charlotte. But our paths are intertwined.
Yeah, from a long time ago. Yeah. Man, you guys took us under your wing and showed us that not everybody hated us. Only most people.
No.
And that was an amazing accomplishment for us.
So the truth of that is that I think when you come up at a young age in music, which I got started at a young age too, and I had the same experience. You're kind of in a bubble sometimes, and it may feel like you may think everyone hates you, but they don't. And no, but when you say that and everyone hate us, but that's not true. You guys, I'm speaking with authority here. We liked your band because you're a good band, and
thank you.
And I think when you're young, you're kind of dismissed. I think, of course, when you're young, you have things to learn, you have experiences to gain, but you start as a good band, and, you know, that's why you're successful, is because you guys are good.
Thank you for saying that, man. I definitely appreciate that.
And you're good. You're a good musician. And so I do think that we have a tendency to dismiss ourselves, and I understand too, but I do think you deserve to hold it a little bit and to take the credit of what you guys have accomplished, what you've accomplished, and all these people are here. This isn't a fluke. It's real, and I think that that's achieved. It's not given to you. It's earned. You know what I mean? So I do think that like Good Charlotte. We're similar. Our bands are similar, and we had a similar experience. But we don't fuck around. We only fuck with good people and good bands, and we appreciate good people in this business because we were met with the same bad time when we were young. So I think where you are today, and this is a great opening question, where you are today has been hard earned and hard fought, and you've you know, I'm sure there's the book will be really good one day. When you sit here and you try to kind of reflect on this record, I do feel like this record is probably some culmination of things you've wanted to say, things you've wanted to do over the course of your career and as a band. And then people always forget when we're in a band, we are in a group, but we're individuals. And there are things we can say in a band, and there's things that we can't. And you're always trying to respect that, right? There's like a reverence you have.
I love that you understand this.
Right?
What the fuck are you laughing?
No, because it's fucking real, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, it is.
It's real shit.
100%.
So you're so beholden to the band and all the people that made your band what it is, right? And it can be difficult sometimes to express yourself. So I wonder if this record was a long time coming. Was it something that it kind of started growing, or was it something that you just did? You just it more short, just kind of came up with the idea and went with it, or did it feel like it grew over time?
I think the idea of making an album by myself was something that was like, you know, I think it was just a scary. It's like it's a thing that's like kind of taboo, you know. When you're in a band, it's like if you make solo music, you know, you're like, oh, the band must be breaking up. Where, you know, for us that was just like not the case. I think like in order for us to like have our longevity go for as long as it can possibly go, like we let ourselves explore, and we let ourselves like, you know, experiment and try. Pause. We
No, please continue.
Hold on. Let me just revert what I just said there. But
that wasn't the question. But please come on. Can't give us this, bring us this far. And
yes, you're meant to go on a certain path, which is like only band stuff forever. And I think for us, we sort of like, I don't know, we found it interesting to challenge the idea. We're like, why do you have to do that? And so I think the scary part was like how is this received amongst my friends? You know, how does everyone see that? And then, you know, once we sort of all opened the doors and kind of like started it together, it was less daunting, because it was just about like personal expression. And you're right, when you're in a band, there's only certain things you can say in a band, and that's not even a negative. That's just like part of the legacy that you've built within a band, and the voice that thing that you've created has. And you know, especially in a band like us, where we're all such strong individuals, not physically, well, a couple of us, not me.
I would say Callum is pretty
Callum's
strong.
pretty strong.
My son.
But you know, we're all artists in our own right. And you know, it's hard to just get all of our you know, like the voice has to be collective. It has to be something that everybody wants to say and sing. So you know, there's certain topics and stuff that are more easily approached when you're, you know, the only person who's calling the shots. And like, you know, for me, sidequest is just like a list of my bad ideas that didn't go to 5 stars. You know, just like what's like the dumbest stuff I can do on this that I would be too, you know, embarrassed to bring to to the band. That's not necessarily true. Hold on. I need to.
We know you, Michael.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening to my brain. But yeah, it was something that I think was like, you know, I worked on a ton of music at the top of COVID. I feel like COVID for everybody was sort of like you could kind of like discover a new thing because you had fuck all else to do. Can I swear? Or is that really bad?
We can beep it out. Don't worry.
Is it? Where can I find some? Yes! Thumbs up! Thumbs up. How bad is it? It's not encouraged. Okay. Thank God. Fuck.
Swears a lot in real life.
Sorry. I black out and then I just say things. I forgot what I was saying. I was just now, all my brain is just going through every word of profanity that I know, and I'm just, I shouldn't.
You were talking about the creative space you had in COVID.
Yes, COVID. I feel like COVID kind of like for everybody was like, everyone kind of decided to try something. And for me, it was...
What did you try?
Damn it, Joel! I was going to try and make it past that one. Yeah. And so I experimented with I tried writing some. Jesus, I tried writing
There's
some
so
music.
many jokes coming to my head.
I
that I'm
tried
not
writing
saying.
some music, you know, I. Sorry.
You obviously tried sex because you're a dad
Oh
now.
my God. Oh my God, Joel. Oh my God, Joel. We don't talk about that. We don't talk about that stuff on Grammys. Grammys don't talk about that stuff. That was a good one. The dad in the room. Yeah. The other dad in the room's like, hey.
Hey, dad jokes.
But a lot of it I ended up, okay, come on. A lot of it I ended up kind of like restarting and kind of having a new look at once I became a parent, because I was sort of like, I just had this sort of like new perspective on stuff. I was like, nope, don't do it. You had the microphone in your hand. Don't do it.
Well, I was just wondering if you think the stop in COVID and then coming back to the record, almost like artist development, like do you feel like you needed to develop as an artist? Like
Yes.
even though you have developed as an artist, you have a long career now.
Yeah.
You almost had to go off and start making music to start finding yourself.
The development.
Yeah.
100%. I think like, I didn't really know what I had to say. I didn't know what I brought to the table, which turns out my niche is I bring nothing. No, I'm just kidding. Self-deprecating jokes are just getting out of hand now. But I definitely had to find like what my story was that I wanted to tell, and the kind of like the just like my voice in it when I hadn't thought about, I got so comfortable with being in a band and being, who I was within the band that when it came to writing my own music, I was like, shit, like what's that look like for me? Like when originally I thought I'd maybe release music under a different name, because that kind of helped me have a kind of like defense mechanism of like, well, I don't know, just mentally I felt like I was so used to things being under like not my name that felt like a I don't know, like a path that would help. And then I thought about it more and I was like, well, the whole point of it is to make something that represents myself individually outside of being in a group. And those years were spent kind of like finding just what I had to say.
Yeah, it's interesting because I do think that like part of the journey of every artist is like, I personally believe that artists, we somewhere in our early life, we get wounded and we find music and it heals us, and then we get lost in that. But one of the things that I think a career can do is in one hand, you have all these fans, you could feel really good about yourself. But I do think like learning who you are is like a lifelong journey, and learning what it means to be you is a never-ending journey. And I think sometimes when you go on an album cycle and you're just touring nonstop, it's not that you get lost in it, but you don't have time to reflect. You don't have time to even think about how you feel. And
yeah, because you're scared of slowing down,
right,
know.
Yeah, and it's part of it is gratitude. You don't want to let anyone down. Part of it is fear because you come from nothing and you don't want to lose the opportunity because this is a dream, and and there's all these. It's like a mixed bag of fear that isn't necessarily coming from a negative place, but I do think that in the journey, I went through it with like 5 album cycles in a row, just nonstop for like 12 years, and then that's when I stopped. And I was like, I got to find out who I am. I think I lost it a little bit. I do think it's really healthy. Music is how we found ourselves in the first place. So it makes sense to me that you would go back to music. And not to say I thought you lost yourself, but there is something about our development that happens in like the process of making art.
Yeah, totally. And I think like, just creating art in general helps you sort of understand your, you go in, like you pull parts of creativity out of you that you like just have to find, you know, like things that you just like, you know, part of like what's so incredible about the fact that I get to do this for a living, thanks to, you know, everyone here, is that like I get to challenge myself like creatively, you know, which is like most people are not in the position where they are able to do that, and it's like encouraged, you know, like making art is fucking hard, and you know, like there's, for a lot of people, like they just do it because they love it, and I think that you know, I'm very blessed to be able to do that, and you discover a lot about yourself the more creativity you put out and the more kind of like art that goes out into the world. So yeah, I think that was like a big part of like finding out who, yeah, just like who I was. And I don't know if I figured it out. Maybe I did. I don't know.
I don't know if we ever figure it out completely.
Yeah.
But to know how we feel about things and to know what we think and to know what we like is actually a journey. Like, I do actually think that that's not so simple. It sounds simple, but for some people it might come easy. But also, I think that you're in a place in your life where, for whatever reason, this was the moment you decided this is time. I think I personally get the feeling that it was like, whether you were conscious of it or not, it was like growing and brewing for a long time, and I think that I also think you guys as a group and a band and as friends and brothers and all the things you are when you're in a band together. It's like a marriage with a bunch of people.
A bunch of them.
It's like a yeah. It's strange. It's like you all love each other, and you. I had the same thing with my band. We've been together since high school. We also need our space from each other and we should have that. We should all love that. And we had to learn how to do that because at a young age, the minute you're like, oh, we're going to take a break, everyone starts talking, and then you get overwhelmed in that, like where you're like, oh, we're not breaking up. We're just, I don't know what to say, you know? So it's intense when you're young. But then you get a little older, and you're kind of like, they'll come along, you know? But it's intense because it's your whole world, and it's everything. It's the thing is what's giving you everything. And you respect it so much, there's a reverence for it. But for me, with you, I think I wonder, after this moment, right? You made this great record. Looks like you're having fun putting it in the world, which is great to see. Because I do think it's supposed to be fun. But I wonder if you feel satisfied.
Yeah, I think I'd be satisfied if there was, well, if there's one person here, I'd be like, oh, this is good, but maybe I'd be like a little bit disappointed, you know, obviously. But
It happens.
Yeah, you know, like we tried to, yeah. But I think in general, I'm just satisfied that I was able to do something that like reflects me. You know, I think that was like the challenge for me, was understanding like, am I able to create something that reflects me wholly and not reflects what I think, my thoughts of like what other people think I should do or what other people think is cool or like anything like that. Just like embrace my cringe and embrace my you know, whatever the fuck is wrong with me, and like do that, because I think it's really hard to do something that's like totally 100% from you, and I think like with that comes a lot of, you know, like some stuff that maybe people don't resonate with or maybe people don't like, but I think that that's like part of the point to me, is like, you know, I wasn't going to do something that felt like I was like appeasing anybody's you know, tastes or anything like that. I truly just wanted to do something that like would make me just constantly smile and be happy to to be doing it. I think that was kind of like the point to me, was like, if I'm gonna do this, I want it to be fun. And it's like, you know, I mean, I named the fucking thing sidequest. Like, I don't know what I'm doing.
And but I do believe that you made a record that you love.
I do. I fucking love it so much.
That's a great thing.
Yeah.
I also want to more highlight something versus ask a question, but I think it's interesting that we're sitting with you, someone who's had so much success over a long period of time now, over a decade, right? So, which is a huge accomplishment, and the fact that you still have the nerves and to put yourself out there, and you know, making this record, like you said, it's all on you. It is truly, it's putting yourself out there in a different way that you haven't. And I think that it's important to highlight to everyone here that there's never going to stop being moments in life where you have to stand up, go forward, put yourself out there, and be uncomfortable, and be nervous, and be scared. And the idea that none of us are supposed to be scared or nervous when we do things that we care about is a lie. It's like something you see the coolest people on like TikTok or Instagram that look like they just have it all worked out and they're just so confident. I just don't believe in it. I believe that growth and accomplishment comes with fear of heights, you know, putting yourself out there and being, you know, I hope people like it. It's a good thing, I think. And I guess I say it to say that in the world we live in today, we are inundated with people that have figured it out. This is how you do this. This is how you do that. And I just don't think that's true to real life every day.
Yeah.
I think actually the challenge of life is getting up. Some people, it's getting up and going out for the day for a job they're afraid they want to get, or a relationship, or whatever it is. Everyone has their side quest, right? Totally. And I think it's important that the fact that you're sharing the experience you've had, right, putting yourself out there, is important, because I do think that we're all going through that every day with some shit we want to do that we don't know if anyone else thinks we can do it.
Dude, 100%. I love that you said that so much. I think that it's like, you know, for me, that was the importance of putting out a song like Cool first, is I really think that, like, you know, I wanted people to understand how aware I was of, like, the fact that our success within the band is, like, I'm so reliant on them, you know what I mean? And like, we're all on each other, you know, like, we all rely on each other, and we all sort of like pull these different pieces together to create something that we all think is great. But I think, like, doing something that makes you scared and uncomfortable is, you know, I was petrified of it, to be honest. I don't like hard things. I don't like shit that challenges me, you know?
Should I?
No. Nope, don't go there. I'm like, if, you know, the, like, of fucking puzzles, fuck them. Fuck them. Too hard, you know?
Don't give them any puzzles, guys.
If anyone here is giving me, like, a fan gift
In
that's
your
a
gift
puzzle
bags,
later,
don't put puzzles in the
straight
gift
to the
bag.
trash.
Yeah.
It's not going to the trash. It'll go to the dogs. Just kidding. But, you know, it's so difficult and sucks so bad to do stuff that you don't like. Next question. No, just kidding. I love that you acknowledge that, because it is like such a massive part of even just making art in general. Like, even if like, honestly, that's why I look back on us as kids, and I see people like giving us a bunch of shit online, and not that I like live in the past. I don't. But, you know, when I go back and I think about, man, you know, that person was like making fun of us, and I'm like,
that person was fucking mean to me.
I'm like 17 years old. That's why when I look at these new artists now that are coming up, that are these kids, you know, I just like, I don't know, maybe it's just like I have this like thing where I'm like, you show them. You know, I'm like, you beat them all. Like, you win. Like, win as much as you can. And I feel like that was what you saw in us, too. Like,
Absolutely.
from your guys' beginnings as well, is like, I can't help but just root for anyone who just can create something that, like, they are proud of, you know? Like, it's so hard to just
Well, let me tell you something.
create art.
When you're a little badass band, you grow up into a big badass band. And let me tell you, Good Charlotte today is a big badass band.
Yeah, you are.
And
yeah, you are.
but we were kids. We were just fucking little kids. Yeah. And we thought everyone was going to be happy for us. When we came out.
Oh, how wrong you were.
Let me tell you something. We came from nothing, and we thought, and listen, I saw the same thing in you guys, right? No one gave you anything, right? We thought everyone was going to just cheer us on. Yes. So we were just like,
that's
like,
such a funny way to put it. Because,
I
feel like we're in the same position. We were like, why is everyone not just, like, happy?
And let me tell you something. We thought everyone was just going to be like, fuck yeah, guys, good for you. You, like, these are the guys that should be winning, these little fucking dorks, right? Like, and then we came out in the world, and people were fucking mean to us. And we were barely 20 years old by the time we had, like, real, like, adult success. And we started, like, making money and stuff. We were just like, this is the greatest thing ever. And the adults actually were fucking mean, and it's like they wanted us to go away. And they said, oh, they won't last past their first record. They won't last past their second record. They won't last past their third record. And we just kept getting up. Yeah. And now we play where we want, when we want, to whoever we want. And we grew up, and they should have killed us. But they couldn't.
Metaphorically.
Metaphorically.
Yeah, okay.
And that's what you have to do in life. And I think that you guys are a great example. And I think that this record is a moment for you to celebrate. Because you wouldn't have the opportunity to make the record if you didn't keep getting back up 100%. And fight against all that. 100%. And everyone is having that experience. Yeah. You're not alone in it. I think that in culture, when people have success in music and in all different art spaces, there's two reactions. There's people that love it, and then I don't think people hate it. I think people that don't love it are inclined to be negative in general. I think if you...
They hate everything.
Right. So I'd say, like, go look at their profile. They are probably 9 out of 10, if they're talking shit to you, if you go to their profile, they're just talking shit to everyone. They're just going around vomiting on everyone with their bad time, right? That's what I look at. It's just like, it's like people with bad manners and bad hygiene.
Whoa.
Right? No, I say, like, negativity,
no.
right?
Yeah.
And we have to fight against that with positive music and let that pass. But with this album, with you, and why I love it, is it's a moment for you to celebrate what not only what you guys have done, but you personally having the power to go and make a big record, right? It's not like you just went in a garage and made some songs on your computer and put them out on SoundCloud.
I overthought these songs, like, to oblivion.
There you go. That's a big record. That's what you do when you make a big record. But you got to do this, and people are here to celebrate it. People are here to celebrate you.
I think, like...
Good on you, mate.
I think getting back up in general is the hard part. And I think for me, like, as much as I am kind of, like, affected by, whatever, I don't want to get, like, too negative with it, because people online just suck in general, and like, whatever, we can just move on. But I think for me is that the hard part for me was the self-doubt. That was the thing that was, like, hardest for me to overcome on this record, and not just on this, but kind of just, like, still a battle that I fight every day is, like, like that feeling of, like, I remember at the very beginning of this process, I used to, like, pull up a song, like, pull up a blank thing, and I'd be like, all right, let me, like, start writing a song, and I'd, like, start writing something, and I'd be like, oh, this reminds me of that thing, and I'd be like, well, they did it better. Close. Goes to bed. You know, it was like that every single day for like day after day after day after day until I got to a point where I was like, the fuck am I doing? Like I just couldn't create anything because I was just like felt like there was somebody out there better who could do it better. And I think that was kind of when I started to like put things in perspective, and I was like, it's not about, and this was a big one for me, is like I very much used to think that like good was technical. I thought good was like a thing that you could
Classically trained.
you could like create something that was like, I spent 3 weeks on this and I put, whatever. Then I like spent, all this time. I don't know what that accent was. Please don't. I don't know what, I just possession.
Like
it happens.
It sounded like a serious guy.
Nope, we don't want to talk about that anymore. But I used to think that like there was just always going to be a thing that would come to me finally where I was like, that is like good, like objectively good. And then I realized that was a total load of shit. And that good is nothing and good is everything. Good is just like whatever you think it is. Like what you think's good, I might think is trash. I mean, I'm not tweeting at them saying that, but like I might think it's trash just in my head, but I'll be nice about it. But yeah, that was when I kind of had the idea of like, well, this thing should just be about like just what represents me wholly, and that was kind of when I was like, what are the things that I like, and then I made like a really really terrible Pinterest board, that really helped because I looked at it and I was like, this is fucking terrible. I love it. And it was like a bunch of like really bad photos of like, like Invader Zim and like Domo and just a bunch of shit that like
Stuff you love.
Stuff that I loved when I was growing up, and stuff that just like ignited a thing in me where I was like, this is fun. This makes me feel like I'm ignited and happy to be, sorry, I'm like waving my hand. Like just it makes me feel like ignited and happy to be like creating stuff. So then I deleted everything. No. I kind of did.
Did you really delete it? Like, will we ever hear those songs? I kind of want to hear those songs.
There's
eventually.
so many. There's so many that have like
one day.
Yeah. Some of them y'all would fucking love. Like,
I know.
Not even lying. Some of them you'd be like, I can't believe he didn't put that on this album.
I got to tell you, I've got a couple.
You got a couple of those?
I got a couple demos of you guys that no one's ever heard.
Oh,
that are
no,
fucking
bro.
fire. Let me tell you, fucking fire. Nah. So
18-year-old demos, they don't come out.
No,
they don't come out.
That's why I say I can't wait to hear those songs one day, because I really do think that sometimes, I bet you have some real special songs in there.
There's some that my wife is very mad I didn't put out.
Oh, wasn't there a song that got cut?
There was a song that got cut.
That was hers?
Yeah, it was her song.
Oh.
So
I mean, bro, that's a real relationship test right there. That's good.
Bro, let me just say.
You got a good one.
I know there are a couple people from the label in the room. Y'all fucked me. No, I'm just kidding.
No. You're going to blame the label. Blame the label. Roll on the label.
Yeah. Crystal, you just talk to Tobin. It's Tobin's fault.
It's the label's fault.
We should move on. I think
that was really good. That's juicy.
I do regret it, to be honest. I really do regret it. I thought it wasn't good enough. And that's the fucking theme of my life.
But you're digging yourself a hole here.
That's the fucking theme of my life. I'm like, I create something that I love, that represents my love for my wife, and then it's like, I'm like, nah, it sucks.
I bet it's great. I can't. So that's what I say. I don't think that we live. Music and art doesn't live on a linear timeline. I don't think it. I don't think that like there's.
It lives like this.
It's like so like that's how our brains probably look.
Yeah.
Actually, it is how they look on a brain scan. Because I had one.
Can we go into that or no?
No, this is about you. But if you've ever had one, you should. Didn't we talk about this on the podcast?
A brain scan?
Did we?
No, we talked about robots.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
You don't want to talk about robots?
no, no, we spent enough time on that. I'm getting one though. But I do think that this is a part of you, this record, that I'm happy for, I'm excited for, because I think it's the beginning of a journey, and I hope you feel that way, because I think that we're super dynamic. Our artists, we have different sides of us, and sometimes if you don't look after one, it can fuck you up.
Yeah, sure.
So I think it's really important.
Yeah, I think like what you just said about like beginning is like a very weird concept for me, and it's been like something that has been, you know, a weird one to tackle, because it's like when I've been doing this for 10 years in the band, like restarting again, I was like, oh, I don't have a YouTube channel, you know, something like just as simple as that. So I'm like Michael Clifford, and then like password 1, and then like enter, and then I'm like, okay, now what? You know, like just doing the things from the beginning that I haven't, you know, done in so long, where, you know, someone's like, you don't have an Apple Music page. It's linking to some guy making techno. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. So I think it's just
That's
like
funny.
it was really like not that I like had, you know, this doing any of this has succeeded any sort of expectations that I had, by all means. But I'm not gonna lie, I thought more people would have subscribed to me on YouTube. I think maybe I'll just leave it at that, you know.
The algorithm won't let it happen.
Yeah, I think I got like shadow banned.
It's like
I'm at like the bottom of the list.
It's a gatekeeping algorithm.
Yeah, see, that's the problem, really. And I've said this a lot, that I think that's my issue here, is that I'm being gate kept. I just don't think. I just think people, you know, they're selfish, like you guys. I think you guys just want to keep my projects to yourself. So you're like, everyone's like, who's that? And you're like, go check out Role Model. He's cool. They're like, go check out that. He's like kind of like in the vibe. And I'm like, the fuck? I'm out here. I'm like, promote me. What's going on? Anyway, Joel, sorry.
No, but it's good to hear your experience.
Yeah, it's just good to get it off my chest.
What's next for this album? And what's next for this?
It's going to come out next Friday.
Okay.
Before that, I'm going to play a couple songs here.
Is this the first time
Yeah.
you've played songs?
Yeah.
Well, that's special. That's pretty special.
No, it's terrifying. I actually would request everybody like turn around. No. Yeah, so the album comes out next Friday. I'll be making sandwiches on Sunday. Actually true.
Where?
Ike's Sandwich.
Where?
Anybody know Ike's Sandwiches?
I actually like Ike's on Ventura.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, he's got a couple.
Yeah.
I'm going to be doing like a Michael Clifford sandwich.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's impressive.
Yeah. Since, I mean, you know, why is everybody whispering? The fuck? What's everybody doing? Huh? Don't yell at me. Yeah, so we're going to be making sandwiches, you know, just really big things. After that, I'm going to be giving away my old clothes. Hey, hold on. I'd like everybody. Did they sign NDAs coming in? No, they didn't.
Just keep it secret.
All right. So, okay. Don't tell anybody online. Is anybody live streaming? Okay, good. Yeah,
Somebody's
because you're
holding
not
their
allowed.
phone
You'd
down.
be thrown out. You wouldn't. I don't know who would throw you out.
Anybody wearing a body cam?
Yeah. Any body cams in here? Yeah, I'm going to be giving away my old clothes. Please don't tell anybody yet, because I want it to be like a surprise. And then the sandwich thing, I guess you can tell people about the sandwich. Nah, maybe don't tell people about the sandwiches either.
Tell me more about these clothes.
clothes?
Where's this
Well, we moved to Georgia, and this is really not a Grammys conversation, but I mean, fuck it.
This is real shit, bro.
This is just the real shit right now.
Yeah.
We moved to Georgia, and then we moved back, and then when we moved back, we had a way smaller closet. So I need to get rid of some clothes.
And you also realize you just bought way too many clothes.
And I realized I bought way too many fucking clothes, and I also hate 90% of them. Yeah, thank you. So yeah, we're gonna be getting rid of them. Don't tell anybody, guys. If I see it online, I'm gonna find you.
Can I give you one piece of advice?
Yeah.
I know I'm gonna sound like a dad here, but
Are you gonna say wash
but
them?
I'm a
'Cause
lot
I can't
older
wash
than
them.
you.
There's too many to wash.
No.
Okay.
Make sure that you save all the clothes that are from videos, photo shoots, because one day people are gonna ask for them. No, listen to me. I know.
Everyone's like, no,
Listen,
give them to me.
No.
I want them.
No, listen to me, you
Everyone's
fucking.
like, don't listen to Joel's advice.
No. Listen, you crazies. I know you want them. But one day it's going to be the Grammy Museum. It's going to be the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It's very, listen. So, Australian Music Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
What's that called?
We don't have one.
But you Aussies wouldn't have one, would you? Hall of Fame. But you got to save those clothes because we did a little, but we didn't enough. And now everybody, when people ask hey, could we do this exhibit thing here or this thing here? I'm just saying, go through them, save all the video.
No, that's
clothes.
a good point. Yeah,
Okay?
thrift shop's canceled. Yeah, sorry guys, it was an idea I had, and then it's a bad idea actually. So thank you, Joel.
I'm just keeping it too real. Keeping it too real.
That was a
with
bad
you
laugh.
guys. That's exciting.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you, son.
Wait, I'm doing something else. Oh, I'm playing the Fonda. Twice.
It doesn't sound like anyone's going.
Is anybody coming? Sweet.
Backstage passes for all of you.
Yeah. There's no backstage.
There's no backstage.
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
so,
Oh, damn.
parking lot. You know what? So, meet and greet.
What the? You don't control this event. This is my event.
I mean, this is kind of a meet and greet.
This is a meet and greet.
Okay, so speaking of meet
greeting.
and greet, I have in my pocket questions.
What was that? Was that a squeak?
What did you think I was gonna pull out of my pocket? I've got questions from people here in the audience. They've been randomly assigned.
They better be good. Randomly assigned is never good. Sorry. I mean, I'm just keeping it
They were
real.
chosen out of a hat. That's how these were chosen. There was a lot more than this.
Joel's
But
hat.
we only have so much time. So I reached in a hat and I pulled these out.
And he took out the ones he didn't like. Randomly chosen.
I did edit some. So these are questions from people here. This is from Joanna.
Where are you?
Where's Joanna?
Hi.
Hey.
Do you remember what you asked? Okay.
Let me see if I got it right. If I edited it too much. I took out some curse words. How many songs were scrapped from the album? And are there any you regret taking out? Well, I guess we know the answer to that question.
Yeah. How do I approach this delicately? Yeah.
Well, you can start with how many were scrapped.
How many? 30?
Woo! Damn, boy. How long? How long did you work on this fucking album? God damn.
Yeah. There was a lot of stuff that, again, I was like, I just didn't think it was good enough. And turns out they all suck.
No, they don't.
Thanks.
No, they don't.
See, that's nice. I make
But
a self
30 is
That's
substantial.
maybe the first time that I've made a self-deprecating joke and someone's gone, no! Stand up for
it.
yourself!
Yeah.
So thank you. I needed that. Yeah, no, I scrapped a lot of them because I don't really have a good reason. Because I liked them. They just
Didn't fit.
yeah. I don't know. I just.
Well, I'll tell you what. Good Charlotte just made a record, and you know how many songs we scrapped?
How many?
3.
Wow, that's amazing.
And there's 12 songs on the record.
That's really good.
13 songs.
That's really good.
So maybe we scrapped 4, but it's not that many.
Yeah.
I hear 30, and I'm like, whoa.
That's really good. Yeah. No, I
Sheesh.
was just like the delete button. I had to get a new one.
But it's amazing to know that there are 30 songs sitting in a folder somewhere that we may get to hear one day. Also, respect. Respect for working that hard on a record.
It's hard to scrap songs.
Yeah.
But I also, it was kind of like a thing where it was really easy to scrap songs for me, and I was kind of like going a little bit, like maybe too much. I'm like, someone would be like, do you like this one? I'm like, nah, fuck it. I'm like, get rid of it. Because the idea of releasing music just like didn't click with me, like I never, to me, they were just like the conversations could happen and happen and happen and happen, but like nobody was ever going to hear it. So even in those situations where I was scrapping songs, it was like, what's it matter? Like who cares? Whereas, like, thank you. Whereas like once I released music, it was like, and this is like the most obvious thing ever. And like, it sounds kind of dumb coming from someone who's like been doing this for so long, but I didn't realize that like, it's stupid, but like I could make music and like play things and like do things and say things, and then one day people will actually listen to it.
Yeah.
I think to me it was just like a concept that I was like doesn't really exist because, just the idea of doing it outside of the band was just so petrifying to me that I was like, I don't know. I think it was like there's probably a word for it, like, and it probably ends in like phobia or something. But like, doing. Like, I don't know, I just never thought anyone would hear it, so I could cut songs really easy. But the Porter Robinson song, that's never getting cut. Kill Me for Always. As soon as I had that shit, I was like, yeah, that's...
Yeah, you got some great collaborations on this record.
Yeah.
It's great,
Yeah.
great features.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some good people.
Yeah. Okay, this question is from... I don't want to get through these because we're running out of time, but I want to get through all these. So shorten the answers a little bit. I was
okay. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, go ahead.
This question is from Shivani. Where are you, Shivani? Is that am I saying it right?
There you are. Hey.
Did I say your name right? It's a beautiful name. How has becoming a father changed how you approach writing songs and making music, both for solo and 5 Sus work?
You need glasses? You read that one pretty slow.
Be honest with me. Do I kind of come across like a real dad, like reading?
You're like, I'm holding it away. Yeah.
Oh, this is a neat question. Oh.
Sorry, you read the question so slow that I forgot what it was. No, I don't even mean that offensively.
I'm dyslexic. It's not. I'm not saying like it's a bad thing. It's not. It's a strength actually. If you read up on it.
No, that's
cool. But go ahead.
Yeah, just cancel me at the Grammy
But
Museum.
make fun of me.
All good, bro.
But go ahead and make fun of me. So reading actually. Okay, go ahead.
I forgot the question. I wasn't lying. How has
becoming a father changed how you approach writing and composing music? Not only for yourself, but also for 5 Sus.
It's changed the amount of like my time is just different now. Like being a dad, you're like time that you spend like this is time that you spend doing other stuff. You end up, at least me, I count the minutes that I'm like not spending with her. Nah, I don't even mean it in a like cringe way.
But it's real. It's true.
You can't help but like your time gets changed. And that for me was incredibly helpful, because I was like, you know, before I was a dad, I was just dicking around. I was like, what was I doing? I was like, I don't even remember what I did with all my time. I was like, that's something.
I agree.
Like, that's something that you don't realize until after being a parent, is you're like, there's so much fucking time in the day to just do whatever you want. And then when you become a parent, you're just like, oh my God, there's like all of a sudden no time for anything.
Well, I want to actually differentiate when you're an present and engaged parent, because you are choosing your kid over a lot of other things you could be doing, right? How often do you get offered something to go and promote something, or to go and show up and be somewhere that sounds really cool, and you go, yeah, I can't leave my kids. Especially if you just like, you went away and you went on a tour and you played some shows, and you're trying to find the balance of all that. You don't have free time to just go to some event or something.
Right. Which is why when Grammy calls, I say, see you later, Lua. Bye-bye. I'll see you tomorrow. I got shit to do.
Well, I do think that the balance, it is.
No, I'm messing with you.
I said that to my kids tonight. I said, fuck you guys, I'm going to the Grammys.
Yeah, no, you think about stuff differently, and it becomes like,
you have to choose important things.
Yeah, and like when I go to write, or when I go to do anything that I put time into outside of being a parent, I want to give it 100%, because I'm like, if I'm doing it and I'm not with her, then like this better be worth it, and I better make my time worth it. And you guys have really killed this for me. No, I'm just kidding. I meant that in a good way. You've killed it. You made it like good. I'm backtracking.
You guys have always had a fantastic group of people at all your shows.
Yeah.
No doubt tonight has been incredible.
Yeah.
These actually could be very painful and really boring and really like cold. And this is a very warm room, literally, because I'm sweating. And
it's hot.
Also, just a really warm group of people that all are here to.
It is. It is. You know, it is actually. Like, I didn't realize it until now. Because
what a good group.
Yeah, it's like, it's a nice, cozy. Yeah, most of you.
There are vibes, right? You go into a room and there's a vibe, and there can be.
And I have the most.
There can there can be vibes in rooms like this where people are talking and taking themselves way too seriously, or.
Should I start doing that?
No, but
because I can't.
Look, music is a serious thing to me. It's my life. But it's also just music, and we're supposed to, I think, feel all the feelings, what happiness, sadness, all the feelings. And I think that the room of people that share music we love together, and we're in a room getting to talk to someone whose music we love, it should be happy, and it should feel like we're all included here. It's like everyone should be here, and that to me is what I love about this room, and what I love about you and your band.
Yeah.
All together and as individuals.
Yeah.
There's got to be room for everyone to be here, to have a good time. We don't have to get it perfect.
Yeah.
And I bring it back to the record. It kind of feels like that.
Yeah, it's like take the music seriously and nothing else.
When we work on it, we're very serious about it. We want it to be good. But
like, I thought about every like snare drum on the whole album, and then I'm gonna go like make a sandwich. You know, like that's the like duality.
And I am going to buy that sandwich.
Dude, it's a really good sandwich.
I bet it is.
Okay.
I'm a sandwich king.
Okay, fried chicken. Yeah, bomb. No pickles.
Pickles?
No pickles. You can put your own pickles on it.
Hey.
Wait, it's not just fried chicken. Okay, but I'm not going to lie, I forgot what's on it now.
You can add...
But it's fried chicken.
You can add your pickles. I'm adding mine.
Yeah, you can add pickles if you want.
Definitely add mine. Okay, we've got we already kind of talked about the collab process, but we already kind of touched on that.
No, let's answer it. Come on.
All right, Kim asked, where's Kim? Okay, Kim asked, what was
Hey,
it
Kim.
like to collab with new people and let them into your creative process?
That's a good one. Terrifying because my creative process is a nightmare and a mess and a disaster. I had 3 incredible collaborators on, well, collaborations in terms of like featurings are different to me than like collaborators of like producers and writers and stuff like that. But if we're just talking like features, then working with, I'll randomly select Austin. He was
Austin Knight from the band Water Parks.
from Water Parks. He was such a trooper for me, and he really, really like. He knows when I'm able to be like he. What I love is that my why am I struggling? my strength sometimes is my ability to be like, we can beat that. And I think for a lot of people making music, it's kind of a scary thing to say that you can, beat like whatever it is on any part of music. You can beat the sound, you can beat the lyric, you can beat the melody, you can beat like anything. Like all of it can change. And I think that one of my strengths is being able to be like, no, I think there's more to discover on this idea. And I think I drove him fucking crazy. I think I pushed him over the edge. But he really like helped me embrace that. And every time I was like, I think we can beat this, he wouldn't be like, nah, dude, like, no, this is pretty good. We should roll with this. Like, he was like, okay, how? Let's try. And I really, really loved that about the process, is like every lyric, every melody, everything that I would, and I'm super annoying because I'm like, I think we can beat it. And he's like, okay, how? And then I go, I don't know. I'm like that guy who's like, I don't bring the solutions. I just bring the problems. So yeah, he really, really like, it was fun. And, but there were like a couple other songs that we tried to work on that didn't end up, that I was like, this one, again, going back to me, I'm like, that one's not good enough. It needs to be better. And then so we tried a couple different songs, and then we were like, aha, this one, give me a break. Boom, that's the one. So yeah. And then working with Ryan.
Out well.
Yeah, that one was fun, except for the video. No, I'm just kidding. Shout out Sarah.
Well, listen, I think Austin's a creative force of nature.
He is.
And I think that I think you guys probably had an organic process that was like a tornado, probably.
Yeah,
but
it was.
But it ended well.
It was,
like,
yeah.
It really did.
It was like sending a bunch of like really crazy songs back and forth to each other.
Okay, so we only have time for one more. And
sorry, Joel makes the rules. I don't.
Well, we're gonna run out of time, and then you can't play any songs. So you guys can choose.
Let's keep answering questions. Just think about it. Just take your time.
Good one. This is a good one.
Take your time.
This is a good one to end on. Don't try to be nice to me after you made fun of me. That's a good one. That's going to be one we laugh about for a long time. That's a good one. What do you want to tell people that relate to your music, to people who think they aren't enough or cool enough? There's no name on this one. Who asked this question?
That's classic. I would expect that from someone who asked this. Where?
That person over there.
Where are you?
You sound nice.
What's your name?
Raya. Okay, that's from Raya.
What would...
Wait, what do you want to say to them?
Dude, like, me too, bro. Like, that's it. Like, I mean, we all get like that, And like, yeah, I mean, everyone's late to my music, again, because I'm being gatekept. So, for real, it's not that bad. But I think, the theme on this album for me is just like self-doubt. It to me is just about overcoming it, except I say overcoming. I didn't really overcome it, to be honest. But I also think that, like, there doesn't have to be then there never is with some shit. You know, it's not like a finite thing where you're like, I'm better now. You know,
I don't
like
know
that.
if we ever get better.
That shit doesn't happen. I'm like, I'm
But-
better now, and then 5 minutes later, I'm like, oh fuck.
But could you say?
You know,
But could you say that this album was a therapeutic exercise
100%.
in learning to live with that part of yourself and love that part of yourself, and that everyone here, if you feel that way about yourself in any capacity or in any area of your life, that going forward, trying is the best way forward to get through that.
I think the key word is just trying.
Yeah.
Is just like, just trying. You know, like I think that's what I'm doing. I'm just out here trying. Period.
Real shit.
Yeah.
Well, Michael, I think this was better than our podcast.
I think it was.
Yeah.
I think it was. It was fun. There was something about having a bunch of people here where, like,
We should do Artist Friendly Live.
yeah, that actually would be so
Like,
sick.
go on the road.
That would be so sick. On the road.
Thank you for having me. Thanks
Joel
for making,
Madden.
No. Thank you.
Actually, like a legend, though, for real.
You know.
For real. I like
Debatable.
I Hail Married when I was like, would Joel do it? I thought you were gonna say no. 100%.
I would do anything for you. I
Yeah, like-
have always felt like I felt related to you guys. I don't know. I just feel like you guys are like us, and I've always loved you, and I'm super proud of you. I'm very proud of this record. I'm very proud of what you're doing. I'm proud of all of you guys as young men. And as people, as just cool ass people in the world that are good people,
Yeah.
decent people. It's just a rare thing in our world, in our business, and in the world. So I'm really happy for you in your personal life and what you're doing as a man, and also as an artist and what you're making. And I'm excited for you. And thanks for having me. This
Thanks,
was fun.
man. Thanks for doing it.
Yeah. Thank
That's
you
it.
guys.
Yeah.
I guess you're gonna.
I'm not gonna kiss you, if you were wondering.
Well, I wouldn't let you.